Good morning, everybody. It is Act 2, Starlight Sonata, Chapter 7, Crossroads of 3. Wonder if Caerlin's gonna come back today. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today? Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. Goes well with his brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. You make me something smart and sparkly. Can do. Oh, that sounds like brain juice to me. Bloop. Bloop. There we go. Brain juice also has some handsome juice in it. It looks good, not gonna lie. Been a while, but how have I been? I've been pretty good. Just super busy. Doing my best to maintain the stream schedule during super busy times. How have you been? Fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle. Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. All right. You been good? Busy as well? I know. It's been a weird summer. So has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have awakened memories of old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception. Where'd you find him? At the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by a fallen star. Sounds morbidly interesting. It was. I overheard some priests say they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kinda cool. Well, and people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests knew anything about the star rain. Did they? No. I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out Alethea, that's the cleric's name, found out one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try to become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It was very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I'm no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. Ah, right? We are not a duo. I love this duo. This reminds me of Coffee Talk. It should. It's Tavern Talk. I believe it's made by the same people. And I want to spread that misconception. Who made Tavern Talk? Let me see if I can figure it out. Gentle Troll Entertainment made Tavern Talk, but who made Coffee Talk? Toge Productions. Toge Productions? Huh. I mean, it's very similar. So either, I guess maybe one inspired the other, but they're different developers. Thank you. How'd you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all those heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught. I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to help tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know the altar was built from 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. That's fascinating. It is. She also told me that I have to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you gonna work on it? Yes! Blaze is gonna show me the ropes. Is he now? Have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. It's a very dramatic way of looking at things. But also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. You got to see how clueless the other investigators are, and return the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything about the stars. And I didn't get to see any monsters. I was hoping that maybe some would have fallen from the Astral Sea and I could have studied them. Dangerous, a very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favorites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend? Of course I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary. Of course it is. So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No. They were much worse than that. What is it? Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. See if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Let's see. Sweetly charismatic. Is that a sparkling breeze? Sunny breeze? Yeah. Be this guy. Loop. Oh, right. I can't make this one without some other ingredient. What was the other ingredient? You? This should work. Please go in the cup. Good morning, Silent Sleeper. How are you doing? Ding. A drink, just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? All right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadow Banes and was eager to prove myself. It's said that there are great riches far in the depths of Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in East Phaeosia. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold. I owed some debts. You're super tired, but you're here? How am I? I'm super tired, but I'm here. I played a long time on Saturday night and woke up at 3:30 in the afternoon Sunday and could not go to sleep at like 8 so I could be up at 4 today. Well, I ended up staying up till midnight, so I only got like 4 hours of sleep. But I'm alive. After the caffeine hits, I think I'll be able to make it through the day. And I can get some good sleep, wake up, and play the first Descendant on release day. I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while since I shot people. I'm excited. Hoping to find some jewels. I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding the depths were creatures that no one could ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Nice. So you start streaming at 4? Well, 4:30, but yeah. I have to play video games at night because, like, during the day I'm spending time with my family. Hugging, cooking dinners, watching cartoons, you know, the usual. One day I'll be able to play games while they're at school instead of working, you know, the 9 to 5. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think that bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapon, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I'll never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. Sound kinda cute. They were not cute. If you say so. Maybe one day I'll encounter some. Pray you never will. No thanks. All nightmare, no shadow. Okay. It's the first rumor we had of its kind. Hey, she's back. I forget, it's been a while since we saw her. I forgot if I did a voice for her. Welcome back, Caerlin. Are you alright? Yeah, of course. You want a drink? Yes. Give me something strong, please. No watered down muck. Got it. She wants the fight juice. Let's see, what's the recipe for fight juice? There we go. I think fight juice is just tequila, right? It's actually the time you wanted to get up, but holding yourself accountable for that was very difficult. You thought to try again soon. And whenever you're ready to crank it up a notch and try to get out of working sooner, hit me up. Let's see, get out of work sooner. I mean, the trouble is my work pays really, really well. If you don't know this about me, I am a financial software engineer. So I write programs that make people tons and tons of money, and they pay me a decent chunk. Meaning streaming full time? Yeah. At my current schedule or rate of growth, I would be able to start streaming full time in A little over 7.5 years. I think I can do little things to speed it up. It's probably going to happen much sooner than that. I think. I mean, like, I'm being hopefully optimistic and just making things up off the top of my head here. But eventually, I think I can quit my day job and do this full time. Well, we'll just see. We'll get there. Right now, I'm making about $50 a month, which isn't nearly going to cut it. That's dope, right? I'm excited. I think it's gonna work. Strong and with 0 water, just how you like it. Thanks. Needed that. You're welcome. Say, Innkeep, you got a room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me? You bet. It's what my Baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Thank you, Caerlin. Unlock Sailor's Courage. Oh, that's a cute one. I like that. It's got a little bit of everything except intelligence, which is basically every alcoholic drink I've ever had. You'll be here on the journey either way? Well, thank you. I feel like I'm going to do this forever, whether it works out or not, just because I really enjoy streaming. I'm having a fun time. It doesn't feel like work. At least the parts when I'm on camera. The parts when I'm off camera, like editing YouTube videos, writing descriptions, filling out tags, and scheduling streams. Like, that part kind of sucks, but the rest of it's great. Why are you so sad? I ain't sad. But you look sad, and you sound sad. And the innkeeper looks worried, probably because you're sad. I am worried. Don't be. Too late. Like I said, I ain't sad. Not really. More, I'm not sure. My chest feels tight, and I feel lightheaded. Maybe I'm dying. Those are all side effects of being sad. It's all in presentation and getting in front of where they are. I'm... Sorry, I don't think I get the context on that one. All in presentation, getting ahead of where they are. What, content creation? I believe that. Who are you, anyway? I'm Melly, the world's greatest detective. Humph. I'm Caerlin. Who's the punk next to you? That's my sneaky assistant. You got a name? Malachite. Ah. So, I would like to detect why you're sad. Likewise. Does it have to do with that wyvern chimera whose saliva you were hunting for? You met a chimera? A wyvern chimera, yeah. That's so cool. Why? How? You're alive. Sure am. You remember that forgetful vampire, Melly? Of course. He put out a quest for chimera saliva. He thinks he may be able to produce a sunscreen strong enough for him to walk in the daylight once more. Caerlin was brave enough to pick up his quest. Whoa, that's amazing. How would you even get the saliva of a guardian? As for growing and having a membership, being on Insta TikTok and posting shorts of what you already do, setting up play with me nights, night stuff at like that. Play with me night stuff at like that. Yeah. Yep. It's all a lot of work. Like, the hardest part is I'm really packing my schedule tight, and like, I could cut back on the number of streams I do to have more time to work on like the stream in general, but I really don't want to do that. Like, I want to play more games. So, you know, throwing in things is like... improving the stream seems to be like a once a month kind of deal. Depending on like how real life is going. Like when my wife got in a car accident, that really slowed down work on the stream. Or, you know, ear infections around the family, stuff like that gets in the way of working on the stream, but that's fine. We're just gonna go slow and steady, and we'll get there eventually. By killing it. Oh, is she okay? She is okay. The car accident didn't hurt her that much, but it did total the car. She just got a new one, but man, that was like a really stressful couple of weeks. I was driving her all over the state, going to like dealership after dealership, like trying to find one that like a new car that wasn't garbage for her. And it was basically like every single day, like I'd stream, I'd go to work, I'd drive around town looking for cars, and then I'd come home, go to sleep, and like do it again. There was no time for anything else. But yeah, she's definitely okay, and she's feeling a lot better, especially this week. Like this week, I think everything's basically back to normal. Like the kids' children's seats are installed in the new car. We're moving around, and things are going well. Oh. Would you like to tell us what happened? Is that really necessary? I think it might be good for you. Very interesting for us. You don't really want to disappoint Melly, do you? Miss Caerlin, will you please tell me the story? Fine. Thank you. I didn't mean to kill it. Seems like an extraordinarily blasphemous thing to do. For someone non-religious, you concern yourself an awful lot with it. Just trying not to be a dick, that's all. Usually I got no trouble killing beasts, but my Baba would have lost it if I told her I harmed a guardian. I think so, at least. Not like she'd ever fought any of them. But she has the natural ability to know when it would have been right to do so. I ain't got that kind of sense. We'll see about that. How did the fight start? On my way there, I changed my mind from fighting to sneaking. Thought if I was quiet enough and had the veil of night on my side, I could just steal the saliva from right under his nose, or maw. Rolled quite a bit, that thing. I didn't know my way around the Quack Mangrove, and I wasn't as quiet as I should have been. Oh, I know all about that. But you got a giant sword, so you were prepared, right? Of course. Innkeeper here hooked me up with some fire resistant. Came in handy. And the sword, well, it was made for killing beasts. Even the good kind, I suppose. Is it a magic sword? Not sure. Doesn't do any magic tricks. But it's stronger than your average steel, and can resist even the highest heat, even without practical potions. Used to belong to my grandma. She left it behind for me. That's so sweet. Your parents leave you anything? No. They weren't expecting to go, so they didn't think about that in time. That's okay. I can find my own treasure. I'm sure you will, kiddo. So the Chimera noticed you? Yeah. Sly Beast pretended to be asleep while I approached it with a bucket. I tried to catch its saliva, it snapped at me. Would have taken my arm if I wasn't so tough. The ensuing fight was something else. Next to its dragon head, it sported a lion and a snake head. They fought me all at once with overwhelming ferocity. It was the fiercest enemy I ever encountered. And even though its fire couldn't harm me, it took everything in me to beat it. I may have defeated it in the end, but I felt so honored to give it such a formidable foe. So you defeated it with your badass sword? I did. This weapon really saved my skin. Feeling the final blow, I felt like my grandmother was holding my hand and guiding me towards victory. Or maybe I just imagined that. Maybe. Maybe that doesn't matter as long as it felt real. Maybe. I even gave it a proper burial. It deserved an honorable send-off. Almost left the sword with it too, but it's too good of a weapon. Dead don't need swords anyway. Yeah. You know, I did achieve her dream. I saw a wyvern chimera in the flesh. Fought it even, and then killed it. Does that mean I killed her dream? It means the sword saved you from dying. I'm sure that's what was a dream of hers too. Possibly. But she wouldn't have found another way. But she would have found another way out of it, I'm sure. But she ain't here. So I thought maybe it was time to put her to rest as well. Left my goodbyes with the chimera. Maybe it can pass on. May Tuat listen to your pleas. May he find the mercy in his cold, dead heart. Is he dead, you think? Tuat, I mean, he does reside over the spirit realm, and only the dead can go up there, so he must have died to get up there too. Or he's always existed there, was made to watch over the dead. He's a god, after all. There's no clear consensus of what the Great Spirit Dragon really is. A dead dragon, a god who could always control death from its very inception. A reflection of what we believe death to be. Death itself, he could be anything. What would you like him to be? What hopes do you have? I hope he's kind. I hope so too. And I think he's kind. Maybe we should follow his example. That's what heroes are for, right? Indeed. You're one of those, right, Caerlin? Of course she is, silly. I have to agree. You know what would be very heroic of her? What? She brought that saliva to Kyle, the vampire. I'm sure his joy is about finally being able to walk in the sun will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Need to get moving anyway. You're leaving? No, just need to move around. Any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last I saw him at Gaia Temple, the priest might know where he went. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? Uh-huh. I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a great sword? That's it. Sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I got the time. Might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. What's the deal, then? I'll show you the basics, and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! It is if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus. Not my monkey. Okay, kiddo. Let's go, Innkeep. Let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mal? No. I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay. You can join us later. Can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Keeper, do you have any quests I can go on after this? To practice my sword and stealth skills? Oh, do I? Oh, really? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I promise I'll have a quest for you soon. I can't wait. I'm gonna destroy the enemy challenge with wit, stealthiness, and giant swords. Ha! I know you will. But first I gotta practice. See you later. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. This dude likes sunny breeze. Bloop, 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 bloop. And I think comes up with a little something on the top. Boop. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. So, Malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it.